Once upon a time, in a distant land, something extraordinary happened to somebody. This is the blueprint of the stories we tell, and embedded within them are encounters with the unknown, lessons for us to interpret, and an ability to shape cultural beliefs of how we relate with ourselves, how we make sense of the world around us, and how we connect with the people around us. But what gives a story that X factor? Well, it's not always about what happens, but rather who it happens to. The protagonist. This is the central character around which the story is built and the journey that we follow. Think Frodo from The Lord of the Rings, Neo from The Matrix, Simba from The Lion King, Luke Skywalker from Star Wars, Harry Potter from Harry Potter, and the list goes on. If a story is a sailboat, your characters are the rudder that steers the whole ship. We witness the world through a protagonist's lens of perception. Along their journey, they gather knowledge in order to overcome a series of obstacles laid before them by, you guessed it, the antagonist, the opposing force to their quest. Then right before we think they've got it, all hope is lost, but he or she manages to summon all their strength and snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat. If you can get your audience to sympathize for your character's desires, you've done tremendous groundwork. However, what enriches your narrative is giving them a flaw that is hidden behind the facade. An audience will subconsciously crave for them to acknowledge them to change in order to achieve their goal. It's not always about what they want, but what they need. On the surface level, we observe how your character is navigating the world around them, but their internal decision-making process adds a third dimension to the visual narrative and allows audiences to feel what is happening. So ask yourself, how is your character changing not only externally, but internally? For example, in Breaking Bad, Walter White, a man dying from cancer, is worried that his teaching salary won't be able to support his wife and disabled son upon his death. We follow his journey over 5 seasons as he metamorphosizes from unassertive elementary science teacher to a ruthless meth drug dealing kingpin. Change is key. Which of the character archetypes does your character belong to? The lover, the hero, the magician, the outlaw, the explorer, the sage, the innocent, the creator, the ruler, the caregiver, the everyman, the jester. We'll look at characterization in depth in a moment. But for now, look for inspiration in your own experiences of either yourself, people you know, or people you've heard about. What is the story burning inside of you that you want to tell? What is the movie that you want to watch? What is it about, and why is this specific story important to tell? All stories embed a lesson that needs to be learned, and a realization that simplifies the complexity of life, an epiphany that you want to emphasize, an aha moment in the bath. When developing your protagonist for your story, creating a character Bible can help you with this tremendously. It gives reason to their behavior and makes them believable when audiences first meet them. But what happens in a story, and how do you structure it?